So, hi guys, hopefully you can hear me loudly and clearly as we get ready for another watch along, this time of the Carabao Cup. This time it's the second round and it's Nottingham Forest taking on Leeds United, a game that took place on the opening weekend of the Premier League with the place in the opening day of the Premier League with Leeds United getting the better of Nottingham Forest in a 1-0 win. Anton Stack, the I mean, the German, I think, I don't think he's an international. He opened the scoring, and that was that, and that was that in that game, and this time we have the repeat of that game. I mean, in footballing parlance, that thing happens usually, and it is certainly no nothing strange. There's something certainly nothing strange about it, so the game is set to begin in about 12 minutes time. Sorry, I'm about a couple of minutes late, and the game. What can I say? I'm expecting it to be a good game, no holds barred kind of a game, and both teams. Both teams certainly still getting up to full fitness, I think, and still getting up to full fitness, and uh, obviously, the transfer window is still open, and the news is that Nottingham Forest have accepted, or sorry, they have signed what's his name, Liam Delap from Chelsea for a fee of about 45 frigging million, and that is an astonishing fee for a player who went to Chelsea for 30 million because of a release clause, relegation release clause, or a release clause in his contract, and flopped. Basically, that's how you would put it. Otherwise, why would Leeds United? Oh, sorry, why would Chelsea want to sell him uh, for any amount after just one season? 15 million they have made in terms of 30 and 45, but in terms of accounting terms, you could say they made 21 million in profit if it was amortized for 5 years. Then you take 6 years off it, and then 24 45 minutes, 24 21 million profit they've made. So certainly helps them with their case with the UEFA and everything, and with everything, and they'll be they'll be they'll be happy. I mean, would they be needing a striker? I mean, they have Nicholas Jackson, who might also be moving on, but this game is about Nottingham Forest and Leeds United. Leeds United have been very good in this transfer window. They've signed Harry Wilson. They've also signed Mohamed, the Bosnian centre half. They've signed a couple of other players as well. So James Trafford, of course, uh, they've signed as well from Manchester City, and my club, Newcastle United, they've signed uh, Nico Gonzalez. Signed as in should be confirmed in the next few minutes, or next few days, or how do I put it? In the next few what can I say? In the next few should be confirmed in about 10 12 10, 12. I'm sorry, my mind. I don't know where it has gone, but should be confirmed tomorrow or day after. I mean Wednesday or Thursday. So that's where I am with this and in this game. Obviously, it's a knockout game. I don't know the team news in particular, but there are a lot of matches going on, and many teams will. I mean, they are not even part of this round. Nine European teams will come into the picture with who are in Europe will come into play, and then the third round will take place. But I don't particularly know what the team news is ahead of this one, and but I would think that the priorities for this for the two teams would be staying in the division mostly. Leeds United might want to do more and Nottingham Forest, they lost the game. Even though they've now decided to sign Liam Delap and whatnot, but their priority I think would be in signing player or two more. I think Nottingham Forest with Oliver Glasner, who won the Conference League and the FA Cup and the Community Shield, if you want to count Community Shield, their sides would be set a little higher than Leeds United, or even though they got off to a terrible start. They sold Elliot Anderson. People are eyeing Nico Williams. People are also eyeing Morgan Gibbs White, the captain. Uh, the defenders, um, Milinkovic, as well as Murillo. They've been on the radar. I think they've signed another central defensive. I mean, central defender who I can't recall his name, but if you remember, then do let me know in the chat and yeah. So we'll talk about that. 6 minutes to go before the kickoff. The team news, as I was saying, I don't know how many. I mean, team news. I mean, I'm looking at the Southampton West Ham game as well. But in terms of team news, I'll check it out. Who's playing and who's not. Lineups. Oh yeah, of course, it's Usman Diomande, the sign from Sporting Lisbon, Jarkunia and Milinkovic. So Murillo is on the bench, and the Leeds United team is pretty strong as well. I don't know whether I wanted to put it on the screen as well. I mean, I could have easily done that. Longstaff, Okafor, Dan James, Lucas Mecha, um, Ampadu. So I'm looking at it. I'd say it's the two teams that they've gone pretty strong in this one. I mean, the both teams have arrested a couple of players in Aronson, Jacoby Joel, uh, Jaden Bogle, Calvert Lewin. But I mean, that Leeds team does look pretty strong to me, if you ask me. And why won't you ask me if I'm. So, in terms of team news, I think it's pretty strong for both of them, and should lend itself to a good match. And so early in the season and Carabao Cup, I don't think there are. I mean, there is extra time. If the match ends in a draw, it will go straight to penalties. Tomorrow, I'll be watching Newcastle versus West Brom or Tottenham versus Charlton. Let me see which game is live tomorrow. Whether it's, I mean, as a Newcastle fan, I would be watching the Newcastle game if it is available on fan code. Otherwise, I'll be doing Tottenham versus Charlton. But I think both games should be available. So Newcastle West Brom would it be? It would be for me. And yeah, just to let you know of the big news, Liam Delap, the deal is agreed for Nottingham Forest to buy the former Ipswich and Manchester City man from Chelsea, and yeah, didn't have a very good season, and this time round, hopefully for his sake, Harry Kane not getting any younger if he wants to, pursue his career in as far as an England player is concerned. It should help him. I mean, he should ideally have the intentions of becoming a player for England, even though he hasn't pulled up any trees at Chelsea. Also got a relegation on his CV with Ipswich, but I think, I mean, you have to cut some slack. There are players young players go through peaks and troughs in their career, and go through peaks and troughs in their career. And I mean, it's I mean, it's something that you accept, and you have to sometimes live with that fact as well. And yeah, so couple of minutes remaining before the match kicks off at Nottingham Forest. As I told you, this is the repeat of the game that took place at the weekend. In fact, I just watched the highlights. I mean, both teams had good chances in that game. Both could have scored, but it was a keeper mistake by Matt Trells, formerly of Newcastle, and Ren, Belgian keeper. He made a mistake, and Anton Strack scored the free kick. And I think this will be an open game as well. I have a feeling that Leeds United. By the way, if you want, you can vote in the poll which is running in the chat. Who do you think will win? I think Leeds United will once again be too strong for Nottingham Forest, but we will see. Sometimes in these kind of games, you know, revenge is there. I mean, I might be covering all the bases, but sometimes in this kind of games, you I mean, one team wins both the games, and who knows? But if I were a Premier League, or sorry, a club, I would be. I would. What would I prefer? I would prefer to move ahead in the competition, because this is perhaps the best chance for either of these two clubs to win this game. And to win this game, I think the game is about to start. So let me just turn on the game. If you want to watch, it is available on fan code. And why is it not starting? It should start. It is live now. And and yeah, just an ad running. I didn't know that there would be an ad anyways. And I'll put on the timer as well. I mean, if I had known there would be an ad, I would have tuned in sooner. Game has started. Leads on the attack. This time, yellow shorts and black. Sorry, yellow jerseys and black shorts. I mean, I love matches that are at night time. I mean, it's not exactly night in England. I mean, like, it's the twilight kind of a zone, if you ask me. And I mean, as a player, if you play in a local park or something like that, you'd prefer that as well. And long throw. So that's I mean, expect it to be an open sort of a game. That's what I expect in this game. And I mean, that is certainly my hope. Corner taken by Java Schlager, I think. Ooh, punched away by Leeds keeper Trafford. And first attempt on target from Nico Williams, who's been linked with a move away from who's been linked with a move away from uh, who's been linked with a move away from Nottingham Forest. And both teams. I mean, last season, Leeds United, they went pretty far in the FA Cup. So I think they would want to go far in this year's competition as well. And who knows how far they do go? They end up going, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep checking the other scores as well, because the West Ham game, I started somehow feeling uh, sympathetic towards West Ham as well. They've lost their opening two games in the championship, and they would certainly want to they would certainly want to they would certainly want to get up, and whether they go strong enough or not in this game remains to be seen. And, yeah, this Mecha. I mean, his brother is a German international, Felix Mecha. I mean, the cross leg, a little bit of power. Could have done some damage. If you're watching, please do leave a like. It helps. It really does help. And if you're watching, please do leave a like, and yeah, and subscribe to the channel. I heard somewhere that YouTube likes it. If you ask, maybe it helps promote the channel. Uh, that's how it is for me, anyways. So Southampton have taken the lead against West Ham. Wolves lead. Let me check what's happening with the Premier League teams. Not many in action. These two, of course: Ipswich nil, Leicester nil, Plymouth nil, Coventry 2, Sheffield Wednesday nil, Wolves 1, Southampton 1, West Ham nil, Reading 1, Stevenage nil, Stoke nil, Hull nil, Walsall nil, Leyton Orient nil, Peterborough 1, Watford nil, and then this one, Brentford nil, Birmingham 1. I'll keep checking, but for now, I'll focus on this game only, and then we'll see where it takes us. Let's see what happens. Cross far post, Aina, Ola Aina. Oh, Trafford could have made a mess of it, but he's a pretty decent keeper. It was a foul, actually. Not sure who it was. Might have been Diamonde. I mean, I'd be a nervous wreck if I were playing in a knockout game. I mean, I'm a nervous wreck almost all the time, anyways. I think there's something lacking about Nottingham Forest right now. I don't think they're at the best. I don't think they are at the best. They might get there, but I'm not able to even. Might have been Jair Punya there. There's Dan James, formerly of Manchester United and Leeds United, signed. He's come back. Leeds have re-signed him from Manchester United. Oh, sorry, no. I mean, not. They've signed him from Leeds United. He was at Swansea, I think, firstly. Why would I think he was at Leeds? Long throw, flat, long throw. And that was really, really flat. And 7 and a bit minutes played. Nothing serious. AO Tanaka here. Whew. And there's something about these cup games that really does get you excited. I don't think the game has gotten into the whole gear. I mean, like I think the players, even though they played against each other at the weekend, they're still feeling each other out, and there's still a lot to be done. That could be a foul. Yes. Nil, 10th minute we are into. So the clock is still bang on. The Google one that I'm using. Good thing, no extra time. Very. It's often times there are no goals. It ends up going to penalties, and I don't think it helps. You know, if you are going to go to penalties, then go to penalties straight away. Plymouth have pulled one back against Coventry. Sheffield United. Oh, it's a chance, perhaps. Oh, almost got out. Almost got out. What's his name? James Trafford, and it's another corner. It's another corner for. It's another corner for Nottingham Forest. swinging left footer, cleared. I mean, the 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 transfer window is still open. Who knows? There might be deals that are still being done. Would love it if clubs can sign players, and I mean, would love Newcastle United to sign a few players. That would be mint, wouldn't it? That's an interesting throw. Straight to Trafford. Could be a game that could be decided by an odd goal. Okafor almost, almost. If you're watching, please do consider liking, sharing, subscribing. Obviously, the hype is not available. Uh, would just apologize in advance if the internet fucks up. And do vote in the chat, in the poll running in the chat. That helps as well. That's a good throw. Floaty one. Chance! Oh, cleared off the line. Although I think Trafford would have saved it, but was cleared off the line. So you would think there was imminent danger there. Although I am confident that Trafford would have saved it. Let's have a look. Maybe not. I don't know. But it was cleared off the line anyways. Chance Mecha plays in Okafor. Oh, back touch. I mean, he was under pressure, but a good touch would have led to a goal. And yeah, who knows from there what might have happened. Please do consider liking the video. Every bit helps. Fleetwood 2, Shrewsbury nil. Just keeping an eye out on some transfer news. If that breaks, chance for Leeds on the counter, although played in wide. Cross! Ooh, could have been a chance. The ball still in play. Oh, Tanaka. Nil nil. It remains after 15 or so minutes. Leeds definitely looking much the dangerous of the two teams. Yeah, for me at least, to my eyes, they look far more dangerous. Daniel Farker, after being under pressure for most of the last season, he kept Leeds up fairly comfortably, I'd say. Uh, this season. I don't think there's any danger of them going down. Never know. They've made some shrewd signings. Chance for Leeds was a bad pass. Now, Ao Tanaka. Oof! I mean, the angle that I am getting. I mean, everything looks close. Sean Longstaff, formerly of Newcastle, and dare I say Blackpool, with a chance there. I don't know whether he was going for a goal or a cross. Nil nil. It's Ao Tanaka. I mean, Leeds, I'd say, in the first 17 or so minutes, looked, looked dangerous, although they've lost the ball there. Just in case you don't know, the European teams or the English team that are in UEFA competitions like the Champions League, Europa League, or Conference League, they come into the draw for the third round. So once this round has taken place, they'll come into the picture. Let's see. The draw, I think, takes place either tomorrow or on Thursday, one of the two. Oh, that's a dangerous cross. Dangerous, dangerous cross. Diamande clears. Saw Diamande play against Arsenal in the Champions League last season. Fairly decent, good passer of the ball. Long through, and the header goes to Matt Salz. I think Matt Salz probably is Matt Salz. Nottingham Forest last season were, I'd say, till the March international break, they were in a sort of a relegation battle. I mean, they employed four different managers last season, and they started with Nuno. Then they had Ange Postecoglou. Then they had Shondaish. And then in the end, they had Vito Pereira, who's also been sacked. So four different managerial sackings for Nottingham Forest. Uh, I mean, obviously that's not sustainable. It's Joe Rodon, formerly of Spurs. Leeds, definitely. I know I'm repeating myself quite a bit, but Leeds United look. Oh, they should have capitalized there. They really should have capitalized there, and they weren't able to. And Sales save nil-nil. It remains nil-nil. I don't know whether it's the internet or something else, but it does look like I'm lagging slightly. I mean, third round, oh sorry, second round of the Carabao Cup teams do rest players. Some of the players have been rested, but both managers are competitive. They take every game seriously. They would they would ideally want to progress into the next round, the third round, and when the big hitters also come into action. I mean, Oliver Glasner, I wanted to talk about. Uh, Left Crystal Palace. I thought he might not get a chance at a Premier League club, given that I'm not questioning his capability as a manager, but like he might get bigger offers. And I mean, AC Milan were mentioned, but he decided to stay in the. He's decided. Oh, that's a bad touch by. Not sure who might have been Goodmanson. Leeds. Nico Elvedi, they've signed from Borussia Mönchengladbach. Really tough, hardened, seasoned central defender. Swiss international was part of the Swiss team that reached the quarterfinals. So far, this game has been a decent watch. That's 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 uh, that's what I would say. I won't say that any keeper has had a dramatic save to make, but still plenty of time. Who knows? Maybe here, Mecha can't control it. Both teams have a lot of ammunition on the bench. They can call on players to. They can call on players to change the course of the action. And if everything else fails, then obviously there are penalties as well. I mean, a couple of seasons ago, I remember watching Newcastle United against. Although I didn't watch it, Newcastle United against a better touch there would have led to probably a chance advantage. No foul given. I thought referee might have played the advantage, but Jared Gillett is the referee, I think, and fouled by Ao Tanaka on Igor Jesus for the bad challenge. I don't think there is VAR. Hoping to see tomorrow Newcastle West Brom and hopefully Newcastle will be United. Newcastle United will be announcing or at least sharing a picture or two of Nico Gonzalez. Oh, I know Mecha was under pressure, but if he could have played the ball through, that could have led to a one-on-one. Who knows where we might have gone from there. It's a chance. Okafor. Oh no! So I mean that was what a whipper whipper of cross. Absolutely magnificent cross. Could have could have been 1-0. Should have been 1-0 leads. But I mean brilliant by Okafor. Here comes another cross. So that's gone out. That's gone out. It's not Mecha, it was I don't know who it was. It was Mecha. I mean did look a bit bulky and oh, ball lost. I mean, Nottingham Forest are not helping themselves here. Nottingham Forest, I mean, they need to be more careful with the ball. They don't want to lose it in a place where Leeds United can pinch it off them and then here's a chance perhaps for Dan James goes back. That's a terrible pass. It's a 2-on-1. Would 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 he wouldn't. Good tackle by Joe Rodon and score remains nil-nil. I thought it would be 1-0, but was a brilliant tackle. And now James Trafford collects, but was a brilliant tackle by Joe Rodon. Nil-nil, it remains. Brilliant tackle by Joe Rodon. Celebration to go with it. Half an hour gone, nil-nil, but plenty of chances for both teams. Plenty of chances for both teams. The score, if it had read 1-1 or whatever, no one would have complained. Man, it's getting closer. Will we get a goal before half time? I don't know. Obviously, I don't know. Once again requesting, please. Oh, that's a good save. And Mecha, I don't know what that idiot was trying to do. Leeds have had a lot of chances. They've had a lot of chances. They've been kicking themselves that they haven't been able to make the most of them. And on start warming up, we scored the winner on Saturday for Leeds United 1-0 win. Just let me know if you can hear me properly, if you are listening. Just let me know if you can hear me properly, if you are listening. Just let me know if you can hear me. Looks fine from here, but then keep getting this message. Hey, what the naka? Oh, Blankovic did get back. I mean, looks fine to me here, but you never know. Why does YouTube keep me here? But you never know. Why does YouTube keep me? Nil, 35 minutes, almost 35 minutes in. I mean, I personally feel, I mean, this season we've got some really good goalkeepers in the Premier League. I'm looking at Trafford, who's now a regular, Donnarumma, Hornicek, I like. Obviously, as a Newcastle fan, I do like the new Hull keeper, Kolasinac or something. Kolakis, Zolakis, and obviously Allison, Raya, and Sanchez is a freaking nightmare as a nightmare as a Sanchez you won't have. I do feel In terms of goalkeepers, the Premier League has a lot of good goalkeepers this season, and obviously they aren't going anywhere. Sonny Lomans as well, Antonin Kinski, not so much, not really a fan of his. So I do feel in terms of the keepers, we've Emiliano Martinez, World Cup winner. Raya is a sort of a World Cup winner as well, but it is what it is. Oh, let me check some other scores about 7 8 minutes to go before half time. West Ham have equalized against Southampton. Put on the scorers as well. Norwich 1, Cardiff nil, Doncaster nil, Middlesbrough 1, Barnsley 3, Crew 1, Blackburn nil, Sheffield United 1, Blackpool 1, Lincoln 1, Cambridge nil, Millwall 1, Fleetwood 3, Shrewsbury nil, Ipswich nil, Leicester nil, Plymouth 1, Coventry City 2, Avoni scoring, and Jack Rudoni, Wolves 2, Sheffield Wednesday nil, Cienza scored for Southampton, and Ajala has equalised 1-1. Reading 2, Stevenage nil, Stoke 1, Hull 1. Becomes Forest on the counter. Aina balls it up nicely. Should have gotten it on target. Peterborough 2, Watford nil, Birmingham 1, Brentford 2. Callum Wilson and Aaron Hickey. Demari Gray for Birmingham. And of course, this game is nil-nil as well. So let me see if any transfer stories have broken in the meanwhile or not. But chance for Leeds. Oh, anyways, let's come back to this game. Let's come back to this game. 40 minutes gone, nil-nil. Long throw by Ethan Ampadu. Oof, foul on the keeper. Matrels will we get a goal before half time? That's the question. $1 million question. chance. Oh, he got Jesus. Oh, sorry, Milinkovic. Nil nil. It remains. I mean, he's a central defender after all. I mean, Nottingham Forest would ideally want European competition at the end of the campaign, although we've just played one game. Why are we talking about at the end of campaign? But we'll see. We'll see how far or how long they can remain competitive in terms of you know in terms of the European market is concerned. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, pretty decent half, but could have been better. You would think. Apparently, Brighton has signed someone. Has they? Jam. Brighton have confirmed the signing of a player as well. So that's a good thing from their point of view. Louis, Louis, Louis. Brother Louis, Louis, Louis. Fairly good game, I'd say, till now. I mean, goals aren't the be all and end all for me. So that's where I stand on them. And that's where I stand on them. And if they happen, I mean, that obviously they are the deciding factor, but that's not the only thing that make a game interesting. The narrative around the game, the tension, etc. It's half time, by the way, in the game, so it's nil nil at present, and it's nil nil, and yeah, it's nil nil. Can we say? I've I know I've been slightly distracted and whatnot, but I've I've, I've enjoyed the game. It's I mean nil nil doesn't bother me that much. I know it's a cup game. Both teams will be cautious at uh, at some level, and that's no problem for me. That's no problem for me. I know the clock is still running, but it is obviously half time. It is half time, and apart from that Mecha chance, that clearance of the line from Ego Jesus, I'm struggling to think of anything right now. Although I could go and talk about could watch the West Ham Southampton game, but I'm not that interested in that, and I'm not that interested in that. This whole Premier League tie because I don't know if I don't know if West Ham or Southampton are taking it seriously. But one thing that is serious is the one thing that is serious is the transfer window, and some pretty impressive business has taken place uh, around the Premier League thus far, and I think more of it will come to pass in the next week. Slightly less that remains in the Premier League. I do expect some big deals to take place, including from Enzo Fernandez to Man City. There's another one which the City are also trying for Adam Wharton. I think I read somewhere, and so that's one thing, and that's I think will I mean one of those will happen definitely. I mean Enzo looks based on what my reading of the game and reading of the situation. I think Enzo will become a Man City player. Obviously, he wanted to go to Real Madrid at the end of last season, but didn't get his move. Uh, he didn't get his move, and oh, who knows where he's where he ends up and where he ends up. And I mean, I'll keep checking for things that may or I mean, about that game, I don't think there's been. I mean, I've discussed already the two chances. The one that Mecha had, Leeds have probed more, but Leeds have probed more, but in terms of chances, yeah, I give Leeds the slight edge again, but I'd give Leeds the slight edge again. Then Yeah. So yeah, just keeping an eye out on everything. All the other games have kicked off. Brentford now 3-0 up. Nathan Collins has added to the scoreline 3-1 to Brentford now. Waiting for the half time to end and the second half to begin. That's the hope, anyways, and that's the hope, anyways, and yeah, I know there might be a few frames missing on that ideally shouldn't happen. Uh, I mean, I'm constantly worried by this fact that the voice might be breaking. Anyway, but we shall continue and carry on as as we should, and, as we should, and yeah. So yeah, that's where we are. If you are here, please do consider liking, sharing, subscribing, and everything. Why not? Oh, come on. So nil nil, as you can see, half time, and yeah. Expect. I mean, first half was decent, but I expect second half to be pretty decent as well, better than the first one. I hope. I mean, first half wasn't bad, but of course it could have been better in terms of chances and whatnot. Um, this isn't the first rodeo for both teams, and they oh, is there an internet issue? Maybe there is. Oh, that would affect that would affect my that would affect my that would affect my internet as well. Oh, that would affect my internet, and how am I going to watch the match then? How am I going to affect? How am I going to watch the match? That's a big issue if that happens. But looks smooth enough now, and interesting to see if any changes are made as well. If any changes are made, so we'll keep an eye out on that as well, and we'll keep an eye out on that as well. So if you're watching, please do leave a like, and if you are feeling generous, please do consider subscribing to the channel as well. It's free of cost. It's it's free of cost. Come on, you know it's the right thing to do. Please do consider liking, sharing, subscribing, and whatnot. Blackpool down to 10 men. West Ham, Ajala. West Ham taken the lead. West Ham have taken the lead. I mean, second half shouldn't be that far away. Should be should be should be beginning in 2 3 minutes time, and then should be beginning in resuming in 2 3 minutes time, and then we'll see where we go and where we go and let's see. I mean, I've talked about the changes that may or may not happen. I want to check, like, apart from Spurs, etc., and Newcastle, who else is playing tomorrow? Chelsea will be in action again as well. They take on. Okay, tomorrow Chelsea are not playing. They, I think, will be playing on Thursday when the draw will happen as well. So I'll probably do. Wait, hang on. When are Chelsea playing? Surely they are in the draw. I know that for a fact. When are Chelsea playing? Bradford, Burnley, Newcastle, West Brom, Tottenham, Charlton, Preston, Everton. When are Chelsea playing? They are playing on Thursday. Chelsea are playing Luton, Fulham versus Wimbledon. So I'll be doing that game, watching that game as well with bated breath as well. So let's see where it takes us, where it takes us. And a lot of people are losing their mind over the fact that Liam Delap has signed for Forest for 45 frigging million. I mean, let's move to this game. I think the 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 the, the second half is about to start, and we will we will be we will be keeping an eye out. Huh? Second half has kicked off, just kicked off. Nil nil, as you can see on your screens. And both teams now attacking the ends that they did in the second half of the Premier League game, which Leeds United won 1-0 on was it Saturday? Yes, Saturday, 3 o'clock. Yellow card to Java. I like the name Java XAVER Shower Schlager. Please do consider liking the video and subscribing. I'm just repeating because I think I've heard that YouTube likes that. So if you can, please do. And please share it as well. I mean, won't hurt. Everything will, I think, for me at least, will tense up this in this half. I mean, you can't. I mean, any mistake could be calamitous. Any mistake could be calamitous, and you could literally, Schlager. So anything, any mistake that you make could be fatal, basically. And I didn't see if there were any substitutions, but there's Dan James, good block, corner, Leeds United. Both teams are now, attacking where their supporters are housed. Leeds United right behind the goal. Corner. Let's see if anything comes of it. It comes. Sales could have done more, but in the end gets away with it. Fouled and that's a terrible pass. That is a terrible pass. Now second half nil nil. Every pass critical, every moment critical. I am going to focus on the game more, then leave Twitter to tweet. I mean X to whatever it does. Uh, Muhammarovic. Chelsea and Fulham played literally yesterday, so now I understand why they are playing on Thursday. But both teams, I think, obviously be should obviously go through to the next round. Luton and I mean Luton manager Jack Wilshere, formerly of Arsenal, Chelsea would want to score few goals. I mean, yesterday they were playing really well against. They played really well against Fulham. Three goals, their front three, all scoring. Rogers, Palmer, and João Pedro Oh, Leeds have taken the lead. It's Dan James who's given Leeds the lead, and Nottingham Forest trail Leeds again. They will be the sick. They will be sick to the sight of that, and that is a big blow. I mean, I somehow was like thinking something, and here's Dan James played in. I mean, keeper has to do better. I mean, long ball and yeah. And I'm back. The score needs to be updated, and it's 1-0. Let's see. Nottingham Forest now have all to do. They actually face Liverpool on the weekend, early kickoff. They'll be taking on Liverpool, and they'll be taking on Liverpool, and won't be an ideal start for them if they lose two games in a row. I mean, in the Premier League, three. If they that this makes it interesting. Let's see what Forest can do now. Leeds Leeds would be delighted with their performance. I thought they would be better of the two teams. Obviously, I did say that in the second half on multiple occasions. Yeah, I did say that on multiple occasions that they were the better of the two teams, and in Nottingham Forest, they dare not go 2-0 down. They can't take chances defensively, and in terms of attack, they have to do what they have to do. So that's I mean that's a kind of a double-edged sword that they have to. Ooh, a little better ball, and they could have been in business. Leads again. Let me check other scores. Norwich now comfortable. Barnsley winning. Sheffield, Blackburn have equalised. It's too. Oh no! What a miss! No, Okafor should have had a brace. I mean, West Ham still leading. Hull won. Stoke won. Peterborough 5-0 against Watford. Brentford leading, and of course Leeds leading as well. Man, I thought that was 2-0. I mean, Okafor, formerly of Salzburg and AC Milan, he should have made it 2-0. Fuck, how close was that? And Mecha and everyone, I mean, reacting. That was close, 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 really close. I mean, the jersey that two keepers are wearing, and that looks, I mean, almost of the same color to me. Oof, that's a foul. Interesting set piece there. Ego Jesus keeps the bowling. I mean, there's something that doesn't look right with the Nottingham Forest. I mean, it looks in the background there are things going on that shouldn't be going on, but not for me to comment. But Dan James, I mean, for the kind of player that he is, he should be doing a lot more, a lot more. In fact, ever since taking the lead, Leeds United have looked more likely to score than Nottingham Forest have done to equalize. But still, about 34, 35 minutes to go if you add the extra time. And Nottingham Forest are about to make a few changes. Dan and Doy getting ready. Lucanets getting ready. Not the most auspicious of starts. Murillo is coming on as well. There's Ao Tanaka. Chance for Leeds. They're in the box. Shot wide. Well wide from Ethan Ampadu. Here comes. Is it like a triple or quadruple change? Quadruple change looks like. So Murillo coming on for Diamonde. Callum Hudson-Odoi is also coming on. Ico Jesus goes off. Dan and Doy is on. Looks like a change of formation as well. Could well be a 4-2-3-1 or something like that. You never know. Well, Olaina. has also come off. So quadruple change. Oliver Glasner going for it. Calimundo has come on. I did. Calimundo was he even playing? How the hell did I not note him in the whole of the hour? I mean, it must not have done something. I didn't. Hell, just didn't note Ano Kalimundo. I thought, holy fuck. I have to look at myself in the mirror. There's a chance. Oh, should have put in a cross. Chance shoot! Oh, saved by Trafford. Corner, Nottingham Forest. That's. I mean, they're showing something at least. From Milenkovic. Oh, sorry, Dominguez rather. Thought. I mean, I knew who it was, but like I pronounced his. I mean, took his name wrong. I just couldn't remember his name. I knew it was not Milenkovic. It was Dominguez. Punched away, but Schlager overhead kick blocked. Hudson Odoi, Nico Williams cross. Oh, I mean, Forest are cranking the pressure up, but that's a terrible pass. Counter on for Leeds. They have a lot of people in the attack, but Forest, that's a yellow card. Forest have gotten a lot of players back as well. It's not Jared Gillett, it's some referee from the lower divisions, I think. Fouled by Luca Nets. Still half an hour to go, and it will be a long half an hour for, for Leeds. I mean, if the evidence that has presented itself in the last 4 5 minutes has to go by after that quadruple substitution was made, fouled by Jair Cunha. But Leeds, I think they're handling things well. I think they're doing fine. I think, and they are not. I mean, at least to me, they don't look rattled. Although there's a chance now. Hudson Odoi, that's terrible. I mean, he suffered a bad injury at the end of the last season. I don't know how fit he is now. Leeds have a foul and they can relax slightly. Brendan Aronson and Harry Wilson coming on. Maybe Anton Stack as well. So a quadruple sub being answered with a triple sub. It is a foul. Dan James fouled there. Callum Hudson-Odoi. Watford have pulled one back. Castellanos 3-1 West Ham now. That triple substitution has now taken place. Triple substitution for Leeds. Anton Stack, Brendan Allison, and Harry Wilson have come on, and yeah. So last quarter of the game, 25% of the game remaining of normal time at least. His chance for Leeds on the counter, and this game will be end to end now. If my experience is correct, uh, my experience is correct. Oh, I thought Stack had scored, but the net rippled just from the outside. And this is going to be a cracking game. I sincerely hope Nottingham Forest equalize because I want to see penalties. Why not? But I mean, these two teams, I like both. I mean, there are teams that I hate, but I like both. Even though Nottingham Forest in 2016, I think it was, or 2017. I mean, I think it was 2016. It was still in the first half of the season, in around about November, December. That, that guy Henry Lansbury put in that awful display and then missed two penalties. The captain at Forest, both, I mean, Newcastle were in the championship as were Forest. The referee was an idiot as well. Steve Martin, I can't forget his name. Steve Martin. Not sure what happened to him. As Dan and I could have taken his shower Schlager, cleared by Muhammorovic. Muhammorovic, and score remains 1-0 to Leeds. Both teams have their big hitters on now. Yes, another substitution for Leeds. Jaden Bogle coming on for Dan James. Maybe I'd say slightly defensive. I don't know. Maybe Matt Sells should have committed himself more. Then James goes off. Jaden Bogle comes on, formerly of Derby County, I think. That's out. I mean, I don't remember any save from Trafford. They've had a few dangerous situations, but all was our Schlager. I think there's another Schlager in Austria, the keeper. I don't know whether these two are related or not. But Harry Wilson with the free kick, foul on Lucas Mecha. So unlikely we see Dan, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Oh, that's another foul. This time by Jair Cunha on Ampadu, captain, Leeds captain. Jair Paulo da Cunha Filo. Oh no, what the bar from Ampadu 2-0 would have made it almost impossible for Nottingham Forest to come back from. I'm not saying impossible, almost maybe tough, but it has gone out for a corner. So must have been some sort of a block there. But the game is cranking up, and it from a Forest point of view, it has to. They dare not concede a second, or they are stops. These people with full body tattoos, that should be a penalty. The referee should allow the play to continue and call a penalty. That's terrible from Murillo. Murillo or Murillo, whatever you want to pronounce. That's surely the ball slipped there. Oh no! Oh, 2-0! Is it? It is 2-0 Leeds. And it's James Justin, is it? Why can't I recognize it? It is James Justin. And 2-0 and game is probably done. I think Williams on the ground and I think the game is done. Is it James Justin? Onside. I mean, I don't think I think it will stand. It is James Justin. So 2-0 to Leeds, and dare I say, the game is done. The scorecard needs updating. No, The game, I think, is done. I mean, Nottingham Forest, they've done very little to suggest that they come back into this game, and I think Nico Williams is down. Nico Williams is still getting treatment. But the goal will count. The goal stands 2-0. Chris Wood and James Justin talking about it, and Oliver Glasner. I mean, he'll be dreading that trip to Anfield. Although on their last two occasions, Forest have won 1-0 and 3-0, I think, at Anfield. So let's hope for their sake they do win again. Getting ready for kickoff. I think they will add 4 or 5 minutes to the game. Uh, yeah, let's see if the games have ended 4-1 to West Ham against Southampton. Brentford 5-1. Says I said 2-0. Stoke 1, Hull 1, Reading 3, Ipswich 2, Leicester 1, Fleetwood 4, Shrewsbury 0. I think most of the results are confirmed, by the way. Let's see what happens in this game anyway. Looks like Williams is going off. Might be concussed. Never know. Omari Hutchison has come on. Mm. Based on how the game has gone thus far, you'd expect Leeds to go through, maybe even add a third to add a bit of gloss to the to add a bit of gloss to the you know add a bit of gloss to the score line. But you never know. Here comes another long throw by Leeds, and Leeds have been really, really, really good. Free kick! Oh! I thought it had gone in off the head of someone. Yeah. I mean, Norwich. Oh, sorry, not Norwich. Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest are, dare I say, struggling slightly. I think the fight has gone out of them. They haven't scored this season, and Oliver Glasner must have. There's a Leeds player down. I think there are appeals for handball, but Elvedi has cleared. Now, didn't hit his hands. It did not hit his hands. Now, last substitution, I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin on for Lucas Mecha. Last 10 minutes or so, if you add the extra time. I mean, I don't want to be, wise after the event, but in a way, in a way, you could see the result coming. Could see the result coming. But this, as I said in the first half as well, there's something that doesn't feel right about. There's something that doesn't feel right about. You know, doesn't feel right about Forest. There is that feeling for me at least. I I I can't put a finger on it. Maybe it's the transfer, the lack of. I mean, there's something off. There's something off about about Forest. I mean, I don't expect them to get a result against Liverpool either. I don't know who they face next after that. Let's see if they pick up I think Cole is pretty academic at this point of time. I think we all know who is winning this game, and I think we all know who is winning this game. And what happens then? Another yellow, and I don't know whether the cards in Carabao Cup are I mean, I don't think the cards in Carabao Cup are counted for games in the Premier League. I don't think so, but I mean, I'm pretty sure. I don't want to make any commitment on it or anything like that. Fuck, man. Free kick, Forest. That's a dreadful free kick. Honestly, that's a terrible free kick. And I don't know what's happening. 6 or 7 minutes. The game is done pretty much. Uh, Tomorrow, Newcastle West Brom, and day after that, Chelsea Luton. Pretty sure we will see a lot of changes, a lot of changes from Chelsea and Newcastle United. So last few minutes, once again, Forest are exiting at a very early stage in a cup competition. Last season, I think they were 2-0 up, then went down 3-2 to Swansea. Bepotnik scored a few goals, and that's how it ended. In terms of cup competitions, they aren't the best. I mean, I hope there is no controversy around the goal or anything like that. Seems like there might be something. They were showing something. I can't make out what was the issue, but it was what it was. Last minute of the 90. 6 minutes. That must be a few minutes behind. And if they can find a goal from somewhere, oh, and Doyle almost. They can find a goal from somewhere, who knows what might happen, but looks rather unlikely now. I mean, Glasner can't be happy. I mean, I mean, he lost players at Palace, Gay, Lacroix, although Lacroix went after he had left. Gay, Olise, Ezra might have lost, might have lost Mateta, but he failed the medical at Milan and I mean, wasn't happy, won't be happy. I mean, I don't know. Gilap, what will he bring? Will he bring to the table? But will be again second half, first half even. Nottingham Forest haven't had a sniff basically. I mean, they've had a few moments here and there, but nothing to get really excited about. Where you felt Leeds, oh, there's a chance now. Harry Wilson and Calvert Lewin suffered straight at Maxwell's. 3 minutes to go. Nottingham Forest, a lot of huffing, puffing, and they haven't done much at all, in my opinion. Anyway, Dan James opened the scoring, and then second goal by James Justin. Pretty convincing, if you ask me. It's fair to say that there isn't enough time for us to score 2 goals. They might score one, but there clearly isn't any time for them to score two now. So I mean, we can congratulate Leeds on making it to the third round. They'll be hoping for a reasonably easy draw. Reasonably easy draw, but we'll find out on Thursday. Hopefully Newcastle will be in it. The draw, I mean. Poor kick out by Trafford. Good start for Leeds, confident and as I've said on multiple occasions, there are things that don't look right about that don't look right about Forest. There's something that spark has been missing, sort of. Less than 50 seconds remaining now. It is what it is. Game is up. Still is running around. Time is almost up. Last 10 seconds. I don't know what to talk about. Game is done basically. Full time, the referee, no, he hasn't blown yet. It is full time now. And Leeds have beaten Nottingham Forest 2-0. They've gone one better than the last time that these two teams played, which was just a couple of days ago, and which was just a couple of days ago, and, uh, and it's game set and match. Nottingham Forest once again they're once again they're once again their hopes for a cup have come to a premature end. And yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is, and I mean, I'll go through the results of the other games. I'll go through the results of other games. Just now. I mean, I've closed the tab, so no need. I had gone through them earlier, and we'll see how it ends up. But second half goals from second half goals from Dan James and James Justin, the two Jameses in a way, have helped Leeds United eliminate. Yeah, I think uh, said enough for tonight, and said enough for tonight, and I'll see you. I'll see you later tomorrow. Till then, I'll take your leave and see you later. As I said, brilliant from Forest, from Leeds. They've gone through to the next round, and that's all that has been written for today. See you later. Bye for now.